Welcome back to A&Q, friends. Today we have a compelling historical question. Here it is. When did Jesus die? And as it's a related one, what do the abbreviations BC and AD actually stand for? So let's take the second question first. In an earlier video in this series, we talked about when Jesus was born, which scholars put somewhere between the years 4 and 6 BC, right around when Herod the Great, maybe you've heard of him, he was this awful ruler who had heard about the birth of Jesus, the king, and he tried to kill him. And it's no small wonder why. I mean, everything that had been predicted and prophesied about Jesus actually takes place. And human history now revolves around the moment of his birth. In fact, BC simply stands for before Christ. And AD, though we often think about it as after his death, meaning after Jesus died, it's actually from the Latin Anno Domini, which means in the year of our Lord. And that means that every year now was counted, starting at what was thought to be the beginning of Jesus' life. So before Christ, and then after he's born. And they got pretty close to that date. The point is, human history all over the world now revolves around Jesus' life. So that's BC and AD, and we've talked about Jesus' birth and life. So then how do we know about Jesus' death? And when did he die? As I said, this is a crucial historical question, and we learn that scholars think Jesus was actually born right around 4 BC, and that he then announced his public ministry at the age of 30, which was custom for rabbis in the first century. And if we read the Gospels, the eyewitness testimony about Jesus' life, we can see that his ministry lasted for 3 years before he willingly gave up his life and was publicly executed by crucifixion under Pontius Pilate in the year 30 AD. So I know that was a lot. And some have argued that Jesus may have died as early as 28 AD, while others would go as late as 33 AD. But we have compelling evidence that the most likely answer is 30 AD. So what all scholars agree on is this indisputable fact. Jesus was publicly executed and died. There is no historical argument against that. And so now, given the confidence that we have in these historical events, the real question is, well, why? Why is it that we're still talking about Jesus as the king? How is it that we live in the year of our Lord, the title given to the God of Israel? I mean, think about it. The Christian movement, it should have ended right there in the year 30. But something about this Jesus, his death, who he was, what he taught, and the events that followed it are the real reason this question is so compelling. And those are questions for yet another video to consider in more depth and detail. For now, we'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. So hit us up with some more questions. We are loving the chance to have this conversation and engage with you on this journey. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time.